Okay, so starting in child's pose. Wherever feels good with your arms, wherever feels good with your knees, and then just let your eyes close. Starting to take some deep breaths. Really just breaths that start to wake up this inner sense, this inner awareness of sensation, experience of the moment. And take a nice big inhale through your nose. And just let it out through the mouth. A deep inhale, fill up, fill up, fill up. Pause this time. And then let it go. Final round like that. Inhale, fill up to your edges like a balloon in all directions. Hold. Sip in a tiny bit more air. Exhale. And then come back to breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Start to lift your hips up away from your heels and come into your tabletop position. Just starting to find a little bit of movement, cat-cow here. Inhale, arching, gazing up, let the shoulder blades come together. Good. Exhale, round through the spine, lift the navel, chin towards chest. Couple motions like that, couple rounds with your breath. Yeah. Starting to find a fluidity of your breath. Inhale just leads into the exhale, exhale leads into the inhale. And so perhaps thinking also about this idea in yoga, we call it a parigraha in Sanskrit, and that translates to non-grasping or non-gripping. And so just through the observance of the breath, maybe notice where we hold on to the breath, noticing where that grip tends to be, and just encouraging yourself to find a little bit more of a flow of an end into a beginning. So it becomes this cycle, without any end points, a circle without any end points. Nice. All right. Next time you're in your cat, go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back for your downward facing dog. And just keep moving that around as you arrive. So bend the knees, sway the hips, maybe walk the hands up and down on the mat a couple times. Really no right or wrong. Just listening to that more intuitive sense of the body. Encourage a little bit of a softness behind the knees so that you can start to feel the quadriceps supporting the joints. Good. And then inhale, shift into your plank pose. So nice and long from your head to your heels, reaching back through the quadriceps, maybe adjusting your hands so that they're right underneath your shoulders. And then just take a little shift in your plank. So kind of shift forward towards the fingertips and then back towards the base of the wrist. Just forward, backward a couple times in your plank, maybe even side to side, just noticing that shift of weight, shift of energy, trying to maintain the breath rhythm. Good. And then hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Big, big bend in the knees. Walk your feet all the way up towards your hands. So you find a bent leg forward fold at the top of the mat. And just let the head hang, let the arms hang. Maybe it feels good. Try that little shift of weight here. So kind of shifting side to side or forward back. And just giving the bottoms of your feet almost a little massage as you pour weight from one side to the other. Maybe noticing if there's a thought or an idea that comes in with a shift in one way or the other, just noticing. Good. And then find center. So you're right in between all of those shifts. Knees bend, roll yourself all the way up to stand. Take your time to arrive, mountain pose. Good. Head stacked on top of the shoulders, hips, feet. Take a nice big breath in through your nose. And then just let it out through your mouth. Good. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, extended mountain Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold all the way down over your legs. Good. Halfway lift, inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, fold, let the head and the neck release. Let's come all the way back up to stand. So inhale, arms reach out and up overhead, extended mountain. Good. Take mountain pose, Tadasana, arms by your sides. And then go ahead and interlace your hands behind your back here. Keep the elbows bent, squeeze the upper arms, big inhale, and then bend your knees and fold all the way down, taking the arms with you. Yeah, so try to keep a little micro bend in the elbows so we're not locking out that joint. Might mean the arms come up less high, it's all good. See if you can feel the weight shifting towards the balls of the feet, kind of in a way forcing you to turn on the quads and the low belly a little more. Good. And then exhale, let the hands gently, gently release towards the back, towards the ground, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step right leg back, left leg back, plank pose, take a big breath in. And then exhale, take it all the way to the ground. Good. Cobra pose as you inhale. Shoelace side of the feet press down, heart shines forward. Exhale, release your chest down. Press back, take a brief child's pose, just an inhale, arrive. Always available to come here, listen to your body and your breath. Let's come back up to table, inhale. And then downward facing dog, exhale. 3 deep breaths. Maybe you continue a little bit of shift. You can kind of shift your heels to one side and the other. We're starting to find that outer stillness to amplify the inner buzz. Good. Big bend in both knees. Look forward, a little walk or maybe a light hop, but be mindful. Top of the mat, forward fold. Good. Half lift as you inhale, folding as you exhale. Rise up, inhale, arms towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hinge and fold, right back down, traditional Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step left leg back, right leg back, plank pose. And you can feel free to lower all the way down, or if your shoulders are ready, take a chaturanga just halfway down. Come onto the tops of the feet, and the knees and the hips lift completely if you come into up dog. Good, low belly initiates, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So from here on out, whenever we come through those vinyasas, totally yours to explore. You can add in chaturangas, you could take it all away and go straight to down dog. And a reminder that vinyasa just translates to cycle. So really just using that to find that flow, inhale into the exhale. Just kind of a softening around the edges. Good, big bend in the knees. Exhale, completely walk or lightly hop, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise up, inhale, arms to the ceiling. Dive right back down as you exhale, fold. Good, nice everyone. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, step back. If you like to hop, just make sure you land with bent elbows and then take your chaturanga. Inhale to open up the heart, up dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a full breath to arrive. Good. Right leg sweeps up and back, inhale. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Feel that shin lifting up, up, up. Kick it up and back, inhale. Knee to nose as you exhale, and then lightly put that foot down inside the thumb. Good. Let's take a twist. So right arm up, inhale. Just gentle, opening up the spine, making space for your breath here. Yeah, can you start to feel these oppositional energies working together? So as you root down through the left hand, maybe that allows this upward Apanavayu through the right. Good, and then take that right hand down. Come up to your fingertips, turn your legs on, high lunge, inhale, arms up towards the ceiling. All right, so now you've got this inward energy through the low legs, and maybe an outward energy across the collarbones. On an exhale, warrior two, open up the legs, ground the back foot, and take your gaze, your drishti over your right fingertips. Right, so in a way, again, settling the movements externally to allow the internal vibration to get a little louder. Good. Peaceful warrior, right arm up and back, inhale. Exhale, hands find the ground, low lunge, step it back to plank, and then move your way. Chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale to open up your heart. Exhale takes you back downward facing dog. And just take a breath to arrive. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg up, breathe in. Knee forward, exhale, hover. Good. Send it up, inhale. Knee forward, exhale, put that foot down. Left arm up, inhale, take the twist, couple deep breaths. And notice where you can engage with the moment. Give yourself a little bit of support physically, low belly, inner thighs. And maybe noticing what's gripping, what's holding on. Maybe there you find a little bit of softness, a little release. Good. Exhale, take that left hand down, come up to your fingertips so you engage the legs a little more, and then arms sweep up by the ears, high lunge. 3 deep breaths. Just arriving, sits bones drop down, front of the pelvis lifts towards your navel. Exhale takes you into warrior two, open up the hips, ground the back foot. So can you start to reach from the middle of your back, from the undersides of your arms? Okay, so that space between the shoulders and the ears can soften a little bit. Peaceful warrior, left arm up and back as you inhale. And then exhale, take it down, low lunge. Step to plank, inhale, lower, exhale. Open up your heart, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Stay with that rhythm of your breath. Same thing, right leg up and back, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, hover. Send it up, inhale, nice all. Exhale, bring it forward, put that foot down. Right arm up, big breath in. Exhale, bring the hand down. High lunge, inhale. Open up, warrior two, exhale. Right arm up, inhale, peaceful. Exhale, back to low lunge. Plank pose, inhale. Lower, exhale. Heart lifts, breathe in. Down dog, exhale. Left leg up, breathe in. Knee to nose, exhale. Kick it up, inhale. Bring it forward, exhale, lunge. Left arm up, inhale, twist. Exhale, lower down. High lunge, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Left arm up, breathe in, peaceful. Exhale, hands down, lunge. Plank is your breath in, move your way, connect to your breath. Arriving in downward facing dog. Nice, let the head weight fall. Take a little bend in your knees and walk your hands towards your feet. So you're gonna come to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Keeping a bend in your knees, go ahead and take a toe lock. So index finger, middle finger, and thumb are gonna wrap around your big toe. So take a nice big bend in your knees so that you can find that connection. And then you can just give a little pull up on your feet, and that's gonna allow your head to drop down. And then thinking really not about the knees at all, can you just start to bring your awareness to your sits bones and your hips? And just imagine there's a helium balloon attached to your sits bones, and with every exhale, The head drops down, and every inhale, that helium balloon ever so slightly floats up. Right, so allowing yourself to just soften away from any gripping, any ideal of an outward image here, and just kind of tune into that inward sensation, that inner wisdom. Good. Gently let the hands release. Walk yourself all the way back out to your downward facing dog. And then send your right leg up and back as you inhale. Let's go ahead and bend the knee. Let the hip open a little bit this time. Yeah, so as you lift that right knee up, try to root your right shoulder down so that you have something to pull the leg away from. And then bring your knee to your nose, hover, and put that foot down inside of the thumb. Good. Come up to your fingertips so you find some space here. And then take a wide pyramid as you inhale. So extending through the right leg. It might not extend all the way. That's okay. As you exhale, rebend that knee, coming back towards your lunge, and try to push your hips and your heart forward. So you might even find some blocks or lifts underneath your hands. And we're just going to take that a couple times. So inhale to extend, straightening the leg. Good. Exhale to bend and really pushing the hips and the heart forward. And just do that about 2 or 3 more times, moving with your breath. Letting one motion just move and lead into the next. Great. And then come back to your lunge. Keep pulling the heart forward, crawl your hands forward, and lift your back leg up so you come into a supported warrior 3. So trying to stay kind of lifted on the fingertips here. If you've got blocks, you can keep them underneath your hands. Reach back through that left foot as much as you can, as if you were standing on the wall. Good, one more breath in. And then slowly, slowly bring that leg down. Try to hover the foot away from the ground and then step the foot down and find your forward fold. Good. Right away, chair pose. Bend the knees, 2 feet pressed down, heart lifts up. Good. Feel the undersides of the legs wrapping towards each other. Low belly narrowing towards your midline. And then where can the breath move to create a little bit of space? Just kind of follow that path. Good. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then let's find a diver's pose. So shift into your tiptoes. Arms are going to wing by your sides. Yeah, and it's kind of like the opposite of where you just were. Now, all of the weight is in the front of the leg. You're lifting up through the quadriceps. Heart is staying open. Good. And then exhale, sink it back into your chair. And then inhale shifts you forward into divers. And again, see if you can find that rhythm, that shift back and forth just a couple times, 2 or 3 rounds, moving with your breath. Right. No outcome to really reach for, just being present with that flow, in, out, forward, back. Yeah, nice, all. Awesome. And then next time you're in your diver's pose, see if you can stay there. Keep lifting up through the quadriceps and reach your hands to the ground. So you can bend your knees, but keep the lift up through the fronts of the legs until your hands are flat on the ground. Good. And then bend your elbows and place your knees way up on your upper arms. And then just start to play like a seesaw. Start to shift a little bit of weight into your hands as you play with your crow pose. And as you shift the weight into your hands, you press down into the hands, imagine that helium balloon on your sits bones lifting, floating it up. Maybe the feet lift off the ground, maybe not. Don't really worry too much about that. Just find that little shift of weight into the hands for your Bakasana. Yeah, just a couple more breaths for 3, 2. Good. Step it back or hop it back if you hop, land with bent elbows. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog, any way you want to get there. Good. Let a breath out through your mouth in your down dog, just to let anything out that you're holding. Let's try that on the left side. So left leg sweeps up, inhale. Good. Exhale, bring your knee, bend the knee, open up the hip. Good. Reaching up, 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 left shoulder stays down, nice. And then bring that leg forward, put the foot down. Low lunge, find a little space underneath your hands, so coming up to your fingertips. And then inhale to straighten, wide pyramid, just bringing some sensation into that left leg. Exhale to bend, push the hips and the heart forward. And that's yours, couple times, up and down. And so we're really just tricking ourselves into this nice breath rhythm. Just noticing that flow of energy. Good. Next time you're in your lunge, stay, keep the heart moving forward, shift into your supported warrior 3. Hands crawl forward so you can keep the length in the back. Imagine you were standing on the wall behind you. That's it, nice all. One more inhale. Exhale, pull that leg down, try to hover the foot away from the ground, and then step into your forward fold. Chair pose as you inhale, arriving, send the weight back into the heels. Good, and then we know where we're going, so right away, inhale, shift forward, take your diver's pose. And then exhale, shift it back, chair pose, and just a couple more rounds. Forward, back. And really allowing yourself to just kind of be with that shift. Can you engage without grasping, just being present, nice. And then one more time, we'll meet in the diver's pose. One more chance to play with our Bakasana, so try to keep the legs lifted as you reach down, bend the knees, hips are lifting. And then you can play with putting your knees on your upper arms. If crow isn't where you want to go right now, maybe you just hang out in your tippy toe squat, reaching your arms forward and taking a little stretch through your back. So one more chance to play with your Bakasana, shifting forward and back in the hands, feeling the hips float, or a little stretch through the backside. Yeah, nice all. For 3, 2, 1. Take it back, plank to downward facing dog. Your way to arrive. Really nice. Let's take a few deep breaths in down dog. Yeah, really wrap the upper outer arms towards your ears. Good. Right leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, bring that leg forward, put the foot down. Good. Inhale, take your high lunge, arms up by the ears. Good. And then I want you to feel your right foot in the ground. Step your left foot to meet your right, chair pose. That's it. And then stand on your left leg, pull your right knee up into your chest, one-legged mountain. Cross your right ankle onto your thigh, palms come together, figure 4. So hinging the hips right back. Chest is gonna come forward. And just a couple moments here. Right. Exhales, drop down through the heel, back through the seat. Inhales, extend the heart and the spine forward. Good. And then take your left hand to your hip. And take your right hand to your big toe. Find that toe lock again. And then pull your right knee up into your chest with your toe lock. Now, if that's not feeling good for you, take both hands underneath your right hamstring. If you want to keep the toe lock, start to extend that right leg out in front of you, some or all of the way. Right? So your guide is always your spine. Spine's going to stay nice and upright. Leg extension is secondary. Just notice, it's a balance, it's an opening, it's a lot of things at once. So just kind of let yourself respond to those natural shifts that are going to occur. Nice all. And then see if you can reach one arm overhead. 2 arms overhead, big breath in. Like a pendulum, send that leg all the way back. Brief high lunge, inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Open it up. Ground the feet. Good. Give yourself a moment. 2 feet on the ground. Wide rooted stance. Left arm up and back. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And let's take side angle this time. So left forearm finds the leg, right arm reaches up and over here. We'll stay here for a couple rounds of breath. Feel free to shift this into something else. If you want to take your left arm down, if you want to take a half or a full bind, all is welcome. Notice the path of your breath. Waking up these inner energy channels to wake up that inner light, inner vibration, awareness of the moment. Less of a story, we wrap around it all. Awesome. And then last little bit, look past your toes, reach your left arm forward, shift into your left leg for half moon Ardha Chandras. Right hand can reach up, right hand can come to your hip. Feel free to bend your standing leg. And again, these balance poses are really not about the balance. It's this challenge, this amplification of this natural fluidity of each moment. Can we unclench our grip and just allow it all to happen, to be with the potential of that moment? Potential of that moment is stability. It's also instability. Good. Step it back, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, hands find the ground, low lunge. Step it to plank, and then just move your way all the way back to downward facing dog. Arrive for a breath. Last side, stay with your breath. Left leg sweeps up, inhale. Exhale, bring it forward, put that foot down. High lunge, inhale. Feel the weight down through the left leg. Step together, chair pose, top of the mat. Good. And then stand into your right leg, pull your left knee up into your chest, one-legged mountain, inhale. Exhale, ankle to thigh, palms together, figure four. Right, so the transition in is just as much a part of the journey. Our minds tend to grasp to those end points. When we really spend most of our time in the process. Step by step, pade pade. Good, so right hand's gonna come to your hip. You can take your toe lock on your left big toe and then pull that knee up into your chest, or 2 hands underneath the hamstring. Try to lengthen your spine, and then as you're ready, extend that leg out in front of you. Keep breathing. Okay, we've got this capacity to root down on the exhales, to lift up through the head on the inhales. And then see if one arm can reach up towards the ceiling. 2 arms reach up, keep breathing. Yes, like a pendulum, send it back. High lunge, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Good, arrive, 2 feet on the ground. Right arm up and back, peaceful warrior, big breath in. Side angle, Parsvakonasana. Forearm to leg, left arm over, and or explore any variation of this shape. Half bind, full bind. 3 more breaths, lengthening through the underside, the right side here. Good. And then stay with that rhythm of your breath. This journey is as much a part of it. Start to look forward. Shifting forward towards your half moon. Right? Observing that whole process. And as you arrive, still a process. There's always this potential. And let your breath be a rooting source. Beautiful, nice all. And then softly step it back, warrior two. Take an inhale to arrive. Exhale, hands find the ground. Let's step back to plank and just pause in our plank for a moment. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Good. And then take your right hand a little closer to the center of the mat. Reach your left arm up and find your side plank. And you're just gonna take a breath here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, you're gonna replace your right hand with your left and switch to the other side. So it's a little moving side plank. Good. So inhale to arrive, exhale to transition. Yeah. And if you need to add an extra breath, that's totally fine. Just try to inhale, lift up, exhale as you switch. And just a couple of times side to side. Again, really just a way to kind of trick yourself into taking nice deep breaths. We're here for 5. That's it, nice all. For 4, 3, 2, even yourself out, and when you're ready, child's pose. Drop the knees, hips back. Arms are your choice. Keep them overhead, maybe come by your sides with your arms. Notice maybe the heart rate's a little elevated, the breath rate a little bit faster. Take one more deep breath in. Big sigh. Gently walk your hands towards your knees. Just shift your hips to one side, swing your legs around. So you come to a seat with both legs out in front of you. And take your hands right underneath your sits bones, kind of pull back so you feel those bony points into the ground. If you're feeling really grounded in your back, maybe you sit on a pillow or a block to lift your pelvis up a little bit. And then take a bend in your knees. Reach your arms up overhead, nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, start by thinking about connecting your torso towards your upper legs, or at least kind of getting them on the same trajectory. Yeah, and then let the upper body surrender. Grab whatever's there, ankles, feet, shins. Good. And then maybe you want to stay with your knees bent. You could even sweep your arms right underneath your legs. Give yourself a nice big hug. You could slide something underneath your knees like a pillow or a sweatshirt. Or if you want this to be a little bit more active, just kind of let the heels reach forward, let the legs extend a little bit more. Just be mindful that the low spine stays long. 4 breaths. Really extending that exhale now. If you notice, the breath always precedes an emotion. And so then with the breath, we almost have the power to choose. So as we deepen that exhale, it's this scientific, this direct connection to the body, to surrender, to release our grasp a little bit. Good. Gently, gently walk your hands up, sit yourself up tall. Any way you'd like, lie all the way down onto your back. Feet flat, knees up. Give your knees a little swish side to side. Good. And then let's start with a half bridge. So hands right by your sides, feet in so that you can really ground them into the earth. Press down to lift the hips up. Find your half bridge, Setu Bandhasana. Might feel nice to stay here, where you can walk your shoulders together, interlace your hands behind your back. See if you can send your breath right into the front side of the body here. Nice. I'll exhale like you're rolling your spine down, upper back, middle back, low back release. Knees drift side to side a few times. And then let's just take one more round. So maybe another half bridge. There's a wheel in your practice. Hands come by your shoulders. Fingers are going to point towards your shoulders. As you inhale, lift up. 5 deep breaths. On your 5th exhale, lowering down. And then let the feet come a little wider as you swish the knees side to side. And eventually, just let them land in the center, knees resting on each other. Good. And then shift your hips to the right side of your mat. Drop both knees to the left side of your mat. So you find a gentle supine twist. Right arm will extend towards the right. Just 3 breaths. Feel the weight of the muscles and the bones with every exhale. And back to center, inhale. Shift hips to the left, knees to the right. Draw your knees back to center. Hug your knees in. And then this last minute is yours to explore. So maybe coming into some variation of an inversion. That could be knees, that could be legs up to the ceiling. That could be a shoulder stand or a plow pose. That could be a happy baby pose if you want to grab your feet or your ankles. If something else is calling to you, you can take this last minute to explore that. If you are upside down, really using this time just to help the circulatory system jumpstart. Kind of swirl all of this energy and also physical nutrients like these hormones that we've released. Let it all make its way around the body here. And then gently, gently making your way down. So if you're in shoulder stand, come through plow, use your hands as brakes. And as you are ready, extend your legs on the mat. Extend your arms by your sides. Let your eyes close. Maybe one last exhale through the mouth. And just letting go of the breath control, of any residual grip. Fully surrendering. Just a passive observer for the next few minutes. Shavasana. Bring some awareness back to your breath, back to the space. And start to wake up your hands, your feet. And then finding any larger movements, gently shift to your side. And then come up to a comfortable seat. And as we set up to seal our practice, if you'd like to take yourself off mute for this final sound of Om together, feel free to do that. And then allowing your eyes to close, palms together, thumbs to your heart. Just taking a moment. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Gentle bow, allowing this energy, this practice to come with you. My light is your light. Namaste.